out here today to have a look at this Actron Air Package Unit and that Actron Air Package Unit. Now, as you can tell, they're relatively new. Well, they are new, only installed a couple of days ago. I'm still trying to piece together a little bit of what's happened, but apparently when they first turned it on, they were getting an E60 fault. So on the back here, you can see E60 is a VSD compressor phase overcurrent. Now, apparently, I think I can actually see it over there. They have installed another Actron Air Package Unit before, and they were having phase rotation issues, right? So I went through and tested the incoming power, and I was having correct phase rotation. So anyway, our guy, when they were commissioning it, had changed the phase rotation, and that didn't seem to help. The Sparkies then came out. Changed the phase rotation at the compressor terminal, and that apparently made the compressor run in the right direction. Previously, it was getting really, really hot as well, and then they weren't able to touch it, and then after they changed it at the compressor, they were fine, right? Then it was tripping out on an E45 envelope protection error, or low compression ratio, right? So as it stands, I think that's what I'm here to look at, right? So they've isolated it. I'm here to look into the E45 error, and yeah, see what we can come up with. So apparently they're both doing exactly the same thing, right? So honestly, if they're both doing the same thing, that kind of leads me to believe that it's going to be something. Oh shit! Fuck you, wind. There we go. Just made it. I might have to clear that up. A bit windy today. Because it is happening on both, it kind of leads me to believe that it's going to be like installation related, unfortunately. So yeah, what we're going to do is probe up, get this thing back up and running, and see what's actually going on. All right, so I'll show you guys what I did. So this meter has the ability to do phase rotation. Incoming was the top. So if we go here and here, oops. So 1, 2. Ah, damn it, hold on. This is going to be quite hard with one hand, I think. Let's go. 3 and 1, 2, 3. So my incoming power is correct. I killed power at the circuit breaker there and turned power on, and I'm still getting 1, 2, 3. So it seems like phase rotation is correct coming in. Yes, anyway, I'm gonna go get my drill so I can start drilling some holes and probe up. Don't let the sun fool you. It's supposed to rain at some point today. Just getting my probes into position. So first thing I'll do, measure the static pressure. So I had a quick look at the manual, and the max that this thing can overcome is 250 pascals. So we've got new ductwork up the top, but not in the roof. So, all right, that's ready. Profile to measure quick. Let's rock and roll. So this is our outdoor fan, outdoor board. This is our indoor board, and by indoor I mean fan, right? So that LED should tell us the percentage that this fan should spin. Now, I have to go back and have a look at the menu. I forgot what it said, but I think it's like 64 or something like that. Off 300 pascals of static though, right? So that's the, sorry, off 100 pascals of static. So that's the thing. So we can see, off. I've got a heat call. So this, again, so I'm not too familiar with these ones. I'm more familiar with the tri-capacity ones. But from my understanding, the fan in this one will ramp down when the compressor's off, and then ramp up when it's on. So that 20 should be 20%, I believe. I'll go back and have a look at the menu, and I'll throw a screen grab up. Alright, so the compressor's just started. It sounds like dog shit though, man. That whole process there, E45. That whole process there took about 30 seconds, and it faulted out, and those pressures did not move at all. Oh man, I wonder if I wonder how long they let it run backwards for, hey? Oh shit, this could be a big problem. the fan had started pulling about 1.5, and I think it was up to about 3 amps, or 2.9, so it was at 1.4. Oh, damn. So for whatever reason, they've done it on the load side, right? So they've switched the phase rotation, so this white and the blue. So I was able to kind of like, it's really annoying, but the inverter board's behind here, or the VSD's behind here, right? So I was able to prop it off and take a photo, and was able to kind of see that, you know, red is what do they call it, something different. So C, yeah, either way, I'm going to be able to flip those around and put them back to where they were. Because like I said, I had correct incoming phase rotation. I'm going to swap this back. All right, so what I'm going to do now, reapply power, test current draw at the compressor, and also test my vases just to make sure that they're balanced, right? And then we might go down the path of doing like an inverter test. We'll see how this goes first. So just waiting for it to kick on now, waiting for the heat call. Yeah, sometimes it can be really fun coming after like 2 or 3 people, eh? It's like... anyway, we're now back where we should be, right? So those are correct from the VSD. My phase rotation's correct. We should be sweet. All right. Let's see if we get any more movement with our compressor, eh? All right, we're actually pumping now, which is nice. So that's a positive. Compressor doesn't sound as garbage as it did before. I'm gonna keep an eye on this this current draw. I'm gonna go through and measure the phases just to make sure that they're balanced. So we were pumping in the right direction, that's always nice, but now we have tripped out again on an E60 fault. Very interesting, man, but it's definitely not a phase rotation issue because the compressor is pumping. Well, it was pumping. Yeah, very interesting, eh? Yeah, gonna do the old inverter check. Cool, we're good to go. So what I think I might try to do is, I've worked out in the manual, you can put this into a test mode. So we'll just do like a test heat or whatever. And that way, we should hopefully get it to run long enough. So there we go. All right, turn you back on. Oh, you. I'm gonna just go into the menu. I can't remember how to do this, to be honest. All right, so I'll show you how to do this. So menu, service, go in. Scroll down until you see test, and scroll across. So test cooling, whatever, enter. All right, now we're gonna go test cooling. So now I'll wait to see what happens with these lights. Well, E70, god damn it, man. VSD lost rotor position. Well, that's annoying. I mean, I did test the voltage output from the VSD and it was balanced, so I guess I just have to go and assume that that VSD is okay. It's kind of annoying. I actually did place a call into Temper Zone just before to suss out if there was a way I could like bypass that. Like, you know, some manufacturers need you to put into like an inverter test mode or some shit, and they said that the service manual for this thing is currently under works, so that's fantastic. Or at least a unit that you don't have a service manual for, Actron Air, good stuff. Anyway, all right, what I'm gonna go do, I still need to test the static pressure on this thing. I'm gonna turn this back on, go find the thermostat, turn it into fan only so we can just test the static pressure and see if that's okay. Yeah. Cool, so fan's running at 84, static pressure of 115, so that's actually not too bad, I'll be honest with you. Bloody surprised on that. I mean, I haven't gone into the roof, I just figured that, you know, if it was existing, it's probably issues, right? But anyway, not bad. Yeah, cool. So I've thrown it into a test cool, and unless my gauge is just making right contact, wow. But as it stands, our fan doesn't appear to actually be running, so that's fucking weird. Which would be why we're... But outside of that, the compressor actually doesn't sound too bad, and the amp draw is not too bad. I also tested the phase rotation as well, which is looking really good. So for whatever reason, that fan's not running. I don't know why. So I killed power and I've reapplied it. What I'm gonna go do is turn it on to cool at the thermostat down below. Because outside of that, that looked completely fine. Which is really, really, really interesting. Fan's turning again, so there you go. Maybe, actually, you know what? We'll go into another test and just see if our fan drops out, because I wasn't paying attention to that the last time. Yeah, so I went into test and then the fan just slowly ramps down. Random. Okay, I'm gonna take it out of test and go put it on cooling at the thermostat. All right, so we're set for cool. Fan's at compressor off speed, which is 20%. Let's wait to see what happens. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Fan speed's on 84. That's good. All right, let's keep looking. Compressor's starting to ramp up, which is good. Pressure's looking all right, but at the moment my suction line's pretty high and it keeps seeming to, oh, here we go, is it going down now? We're gonna keep an eye on that because it's an EEV, this one. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. But compressor's ramped up, which is good. Amperage is looking really good. Yeah, weird, man. Because yeah, before, when it was ramping right up, it was getting up to about 14 amps. So it was pretty high. And that was after I'd flipped the... Why would you change the... Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Suction line is slowly coming down. Compressor's starting to ramp down a bit. I guess probably to get that... to get our evap temp a bit closer to where it wants. Now, I don't know exactly what this is looking for. Somewhere between 1 and 5, right? So like 0 and 5 maybe degrees. I'll see if I can find it in the manual. Like I said, no service manual for this thing, so that's nice. Outside of that, if my suction line keeps coming down and my superheat comes into line, everything else isn't looking too bad. Hey, so go to the supplies, 9.6. Temp split of 10. That's not bad. Yeah, we'll keep monitoring. Okay, so there is a way you can get the unit to display what the valve opening position of the EEV is, and it's at 25%. So, but like I said, our superheat has come in line, which is good. All right, we're actually starting to look. Discharge line 60 degrees, that's pretty good. Supply air temp 9.8. Yeah, man, I mean, this thing's looking good now. Really interesting, man, honestly. Like I said, so first of all, the phase rotation was never incorrect because they didn't change it incoming. The tech that came before me changed it here, right? And then changed it back. So the phase rotation was never incorrect. I don't know why the electrician has decided that they're going to change the phase rotation at the compressor. It sounds insane to me. So that was obviously incorrect the first time. Well, that was incorrect when I've rocked up. We've fixed that, but then the unit still was pulling quite high amps the first time I turned it on. And now we're operating okay. Now again, that was in heating mode. So what I'm going to do, we now can see that this thing actually runs and it looks pretty decent. What I'm going to go do, turn this thing back into heating mode and test it on heating mode. I don't know why, but every time I swap between heating and cooling mode, it's now starting to like this. It's starting to like change all of my settings. It's really annoying. Stop it. It's not a split, it's a package unit. We put this in before. Anyway. Okay, compressor's starting, and again, sounds 1,000 times better than when we first arrived. So let's see what actually happens this time, eh? Okay. Dude, random. Okay, so we're bypassing somewhere in heating mode because all we've done is flicked it over to heating and nothing is happening. We're going to fault out on that. Oh, there you go. We're already starting to fault out. So OHP, which I think is overheat protection. Oh no, compressor's not warm yet, but hold on. Whoa! What just happened? This is doing some funky stuff, man. What just happened? Amp draw's looking good too. Let's see if that fault goes away now, the OHP. Fans ramping up. Okay, so max is obviously 84. Trippy. Jesus, the head pressure there is climbing. That is very, very high. Surely the compressor's gonna, there we go, it's gonna start ramping down, surely. So, according to that, during operation, because the top of the compressor does feel pretty warm, which is something that they were talking about, but... Oops, where am I? There I am. Within range, man. I mean, just, but it's within range. So, according to their literature, the superheat range is 2.5 to 6, and the subcooling range is 10 to 14. I've got a crazy high head pressure. I mean, that's... the suction pressure doesn't look too bad. But man, are we overcharged? It'd be the first time I've seen it from factory, but I've heard of it before. That's where I'm leaning though. You've got temp splits looking really good. Airflow, again, it's obviously calculated by where your probe placement is and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, let's look for 770 litres a second, right? So according to this, we're about 20 shy, so that sounds pretty bloody good, man. Supply air temps of 33.4. Yeah, I'm really thinking we might be overcharged on this thing, man. LEV opening position is 14%. Like, it's right down. Again, I don't know specifics because I don't have a service manual that I've been able to read at one point or another. But, interesting. So compressor's ramped right back now. The only other thing that keeps standing out is like why... I would have assumed that my supply air temps would have been higher than, say, I think the max I saw it was 34. I think I should see higher than that. I was able to get this board to tell me what superheat it's trying to maintain. So I was trying to maintain 2K, which is different to the manual, or the thing that I saw, but okay. But I was seeing as low as 0.6, like 0.6K. So, and again, crazy high, where are we? Crazy high subcooling, although subcooling numbers have now come back down, but because our compressor's ramped down and we're not seeing the high fucking discharge temps anymore, sorry, the high condensing temps anymore. Man, I'm leaning towards this thing being overcharged today. I think we really just need to pull the gas out and see what happens. But again, I've still got to look at that one over there. Could it potentially be both? Surely not, right? I know that he's done the phase thing over there too, so I'm going to go change that. Maybe what I'll quickly do is I'll do a test cooling, do a test heating, and see if I can get it to fault out again. Just quickly going through the menu, getting the thermistor readings and the transducer readings to see if there's nothing funky going on there. My ambient temp sensor's jumping around a fair bit. Apparently, I reckon it's 25, 26 degrees, and it is not. It is 20 degrees. So again, I'm just looking for things at this point. Let's see what else we can find. All right, so I've got this one to a state, obviously, where it now runs. So that's a bonus, and it hasn't faulted out since we made the changes. So what we're going to do is jump over that one now. So we're going to jump into that one and see what's going on with that. This one didn't even have the cover back on, but anyway, they have flipped it, so do that again. probed up, ready to go, and naturally it's going to start raining, so try to get this done quick. Same thing, going to send the isolator on, test the incoming power to make sure the phase rotation is correct. We've changed it down there, put it through test mode, see how we go. Again, nothing wrong with our incoming phase rotation, so yeah, turn this thing on. Okay, we are calling for heat now, so that's all up. I've made sure that my profile's the same. We're just going to wait for this thing to kick on. Okay, here we go, compressor's just started. This one's doing the same thing that that one had done once or twice as well, where, yeah. Yeah, for sure this one's going to cut out on that, what is it, E45 fault. Oh no, here we go, starting to do some work. What is going on? Fans at 49%. Must be on low speed now. I haven't actually been down there yet. Trippy as, man. That is trippy as. Like, I know the current draw on that's not high, right? So it's not doing much, but you'd expect to see something. Yeah. So supply air temps on this looking a lot better, but the fan is on 49. I imagine that's low, on low speed. So not too unexpected, obviously, you know. But we've still got a really high head pressure. Maybe that's what these things run, man. It's just, you know, I did call 10% tech support, like I said, and I'll be honest, useless, man. Maybe this is just how these things run. Let's have a look what else we've got here. So still stabilizing out, so let me running for about 5 or 10. So superheat 3.5, that's pretty good. Again, high subcooling, man. And this, again, I'm only going off their own literature, but again, like obviously our crazy high, or at least what I assume to be crazy high, 60 degrees, man. That's got to be, that's so high. So high. I don't know, I'm just sitting here thinking about that amperage thing and how I'm not seeing any movement with my compressor once it starts, and it's only on, you know, 1.5 amps or whatever it was. Maybe it's like a delay time in your, you know, your VSD or something. It's like a positioning time or some shit, you know. It just sends something to try to work out what's going on before it then starts ramping up the voltage. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I did mention it to the guy, and again, nothing. I didn't get any help. So maybe that's just what these ones do, you know. The quick scramble to get. God damn, huh? Whew. The mad scramble to get off the roof when it starts bucketing with rain. Okay, I'm back at the first one. It's sort of stopped raining. It's just drizzling now. So I'll try to fill you in on what I just did, because I was scrambling a little bit there. Measured the static on that one, sitting around 200 pascals. So increase the fan to its allowable, which I think was 87% at 200 pascals of static. My head pressure didn't drop. The unit didn't fault out though. So we're gonna keep an eye on that one to see if, yeah, basically I'm here doing a couple other little things. So I'll keep this one running, see how we go. It has satisfied though, so that's always a good sign. This one was sitting at about 115 pascals. Now it has also satisfied, but what I want to do is I want to increase the fan speed on high. Yeah, increase the fan speed on high just a touch, because even though it's only, you know, 15 pascals high, I'd rather just be have more fan speed available if we need it. You know what I mean? So we'll quickly jump in to do that. I'll see if I can remember off the top of my head. I just did the, great, now it starts to rain again. Hold on one sec. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Menu set, and then down to, was it IDF? No, I'm obviously not in the right spot. Oh, IDU, right? And then FP3, so 84, right? So 84 is the max fan speed or percentage when the fan is high. So this is the Actron Air controller. So it's basically 3 stages, low, medium, and high. So I want to set the high one and just tell them I have to keep it on high. And then do I press menu to go up, don't I? Yes, okay, I'm quickly gonna just jump in and just see where it kind of roughly sits for me. I'm gonna go to 86. 2% doesn't seem like enough, but hopefully that sorts it. So enter, and then, or just enter again, 86, cool, just make sure. Back. All right, let's get out of the rain, man, and I'll come back and check on these at the end of the day, make sure they haven't faulted out again. Okay, that one's satisfied, no faults. This one, someone's changed the set point back to 23. Compressor's still running. We do have the OHP, but again, according to the Actron Air guy, I don't know how much trust him, but he says that when it's trying to maintain head temp, that could be normal if that happens. If someone knows more about Actron Air than I do, definitely jump in the comments and let everyone know, because I think it'd be handy information. But I'm starting to come across a few more Actron Air, so I'm just trying to get a bit better of an understanding about these ones. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly jump in, see what the head pressure is off the transducer. So that's our discharge pressure. Obviously, the compressor's barely running. So I don't know, what's that, 38 degrees or something, 36 degrees or something. So, yeah, okay. Look, we're kind of at the point now where I've confirmed that the system will run. We've set the fan according to the static. If this thing still has issues, I'm more inclined to get Actron Air out, because obviously that could be a warranty thing. I think that's honestly where this one's gonna end. Because like I said, at the moment we're looking okay on our end. I'm still not happy with that head pressure when this thing's fully ramped, but Actron Air said it's fine. Yeah, like I said, if someone knows more about these than I do, jump in the comments and let everyone know. But yeah, it's starting to rain again, man. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for watching this video.